Do you advertise for your business right now? If you do, then you're going to want to use something called echoic retention to actually get the most from your advertising. See, most people's advertising is very stifled. It's very neutered, if you will, because most people, when they put something up, it's the exact same thing that everybody else is doing. It's very predictable, and people scroll past it, or they move past it. They don't actually sit and look at it, and it doesn't sit in their minds after they are done looking at it. And so this is how to make your advertising the most effective as possible, because we're going to use something that sticks in the customer's mind afterwards so they can remember your ad, so then when they are ready to buy, then they buy from you, and if they are ready to buy right now, then you're the one that they choose, and they stop every single time, okay? This is how to make your ads powerful and potent, okay? So this is how to use echoic retention to grow your business through powerful advertising. It's essentially how to infuse your ads with the power to persuade. Instead of just putting something up there and saying, hey, we have this for sale, and maybe attaching a discount to it, you persuade people with your ads. You actually sell people with your ads, and you turn your ads from a sales presentation into a 24-hour salesperson for you, okay? So instead of letting them decide, you're persuading them. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to remind our customers. We're going to remind them of what they believe to be true. We're going to align with their beliefs. We're going to have affinity with what they believe to be true, and then we're going to associate this known truth, this something that they believe. All of our target audience is going to believe the same thing. We're going to associate that known truth with our ad, and essentially what that does is it makes our ads emotional, okay? And it emotionally charges our ads with something that they know and they like, all right? And then, so the emotions must be evoked here, like I was talking about originally. A lot of people call this branding, but it's essentially just creating an emotional ad, something that people are going to remember after they've seen it, okay? The second thing that we're going to do is we're going to ask our customers, we're going to ask them to actually make a new decision based on the information that they've seen in our ad. So we've associated emotions with the ad. It is emotionally charged now. They've clicked, they've gone to our sales page, whatever that might be. And then on that page, we're actually going to persuade them. Okay, so we're going to emotionally charge them, so then they're like, yes, I'm fully on board with this idea. I like this because it aligns with this thing that I know to be true. Now in the sales page, we're going to use that momentum that we've created from the ad, and we're actually going to take an intellectual approach to it and actually persuade them to buy using that intellectual side. So first we have to sway them emotionally, and then we have to persuade them intellectually. And the only goal of your ad is really to get somebody to click on it, or call you, or cut out a coupon, wherever you run ads. I'm assuming most of them are online. And if they are online, the only goal is to get somebody to click on it. And so what we have to do that is, like we talked about in the first slide, show them something we know to be true, emotionally charge that ad, get them fully on board with us, our product, and exactly what we're talking about in that ad, and then they click on it, and then we ask for the intellectual sale by persuading them using intellect. Because people don't buy because of emotion or intellect. They are first persuaded through emotion, and then they use intellect to justify that emotional decision to purchase. Okay, that's how it works, that's how it's always worked, and that's how it's always going to work until kingdom come. Alright? This is the most common type of advertising structure that people do, and they just put up as an ad. But we're going to do it where we put up the emotional side on the ad and then use this part right here on the sales page. So a lot of people, they put something up where it's just like, hey, buy our product because X, Y, Z. And that's the ad, and then that's it, and that's why it just goes under the rug, passes through like a ship in the night. Nobody remembers it, nobody cares, because they don't have a reason to care yet, because they haven't done the emotional piece, which we do in our ads, and then we intellectually sell on the actual sales page. Okay, and that's where things really start to crush for us, because we're not just like everybody else. Okay, we use emotion and then intellect, and all of our claims are substantiated. And that's one of the big things here. When you take this intellectual approach, all of your claims need to be substantiated, because if they're not, people are just going to be like, oh, well, they're lying. Okay, people are super distrustful now. So what I would recommend is doing very specific substantiation. Okay, not like a, hey, we sold $50 million worth of this product last year. No, we sold $51,732,063 worth of this product last year is a better way to substantiate your claim. And you can use that however you would like, how it pertains to your business. And so to wrap all of these things together and to make them flow, what we're going to do is we're going to use unusual word combinations to echo in our customer's mind. And so we're not going to be predictable. We're not going to use the same words that everybody else is using. We're not going to be using the same claims that everybody else is using. We're going to use things that are different. We're going to use words that drip with inflection. They move the pace quickly, and then they slow things down, and then quickly, and then they slow things down. We're going to rearrange the words with phrases that you wouldn't normally see in that order, that people aren't used to. And what that does is it keeps that attention the entire way through. Your attention spans of your customers don't matter if you're interesting. Okay, I think Jerry Seinfeld says something like that. Attention span doesn't matter if you have something that people want to be a part of. Right? People can sit through a 7-hour opera, and then the other people across the street are like, wow, there's no way I would ever sit through a 7-hour opera. It's because they're not interested in opera. Right? But if we use unusual word combinations, unpredictability, towards something that the customer is actually wanting to solve or wanting to be a part of, or something that they've emotionally connected themselves with, like we did in step 1, they're going to be interested. And all of this is just going to keep them interested throughout the entire thing. Okay? That's the entertainment that they are there for. And the really cool thing about this is the only people that are actually going to get to this step right here, where they're reading through your sales page, they're experiencing this echoic retention, are the people who are actually interested in your product. And what we're going to do at the very first step is use an emotional charge towards everything that we have that just calls out to our target audience and nobody else. And so it segments for us already the people that we want to be a part of our ads and click on our sales pages and the people that we do not. We are going to push away the people that we don't want to be a part of our ads, tire kickers, people who aren't interested in our product or our service, people who don't want to solve the problem that we solve, right? But it's going to call out to the people that we do want to solve their problems, that are going to be interested in this. And by the time that they get to our sales page and they're reading this, they're going to be fully just enthralled in what you have to say, because first, you've emotionally charged them. Second, they've already made the decision to purchase, and we're intellectually selling them on it and persuading them with it on the sales page, and then we're using this echoic retention to actually keep them there and flow them through the entire thing. Okay? We're going to make our ads echo in our customer's mind and nobody else's. Nobody else is going to care about it, and that's good. We don't want them to care about it. We only want people who are going to give us money to care about it. And so we're not going to emasculate them with predictability or neuter our ads and make them seem like everybody else's. Okay? So, to recap. First, we're going to create an emotional bond with our customers through the actual ad. And we just have to get the click or the call or whatever it is, however you run ads. Okay, that's it. That's the only goal of the ad. We're not selling on the ad. Once we have the click, then we start to sell. And then we start to substantiate every single claim that we have and intellectually persuade them to sell, to purchase on the emotional decision that they've already made from the ad. Okay? And then third, when we're writing the ad and the sales page, we use phrases and things that just echo in our customer's mind, right? Phrases that they wouldn't normally see there in a sales page setting like that. Things that are different than what everybody else is doing, right? There are words that reflect the emotions that they're feeling, okay? We're using words that are unpredictable and things that they're just going to not see in that format, so then they continue to be entertained by that sales page throughout the entire way, right? From top to bottom, all right? And so that's how we are going to sell more than everybody else. We're not going to be predictable. We're going to stick in our customer's mind, and we get the benefit of the branding while we're doing direct response style advertising like this. Okay, and I'm sure that you know what both of those things are, but we're going to use the branding that we have created through all of this, and the emotional bond, and all of that, and we're going to get the benefit of the direct response part right here on the intellectual sales. Okay, so we get both benefits, and that's why this is so powerful. We'll stick in our customer's mind, we'll increase that brand, and we'll get the money benefit and the cash flow benefit of the direct response piece, which is the second. Okay, so I hope that helps.